back to the pod. I'm your host, Darren Borrice. Hardest day of my life. We have another powerful conversation to get into today. But before we start, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to share, make sure to enjoy. Remember, today was not so hard, my friend. Hello and welcome back to the Den. I'm your host, Darren Borrice, Hardest Day of My Life podcast. Wednesday, April 8th, 2026. Happy to be here with a transformative guest to the community. He's been very welcoming for my transition from hospital back into community living. The respect that he gets wheeling around in his nice clothes and Tim's, nice smile and beard. Benjamin, welcome, thank you. I hope we have a engaging conversation. I know the fans will love you. How was your morning?
My morning has been pretty good. Pretty good so far. The sun is shining, waiting for more spring.
Kind of cold outside.
Yeah, it's a little bit chilly, but it's a good sight that spring is around the corner. Yeah, I'm not seeing snow, so it's all good with me.
Yeah, so maybe let's circle back. Let's start beginning. So we're sitting here. We're in a wheelchair, obviously. Earlier on in our life, were you an athlete? Were you always bound to the chair? Were you walking? What was it earlier on in your life like?
Yeah, no, I wasn't born with disability, but I acquired it at the age of 22.
Let's just before the injury. Early on, like what were you into? Like
before my injury, super athletic. I played many sports, basketball, soccer, track and field. I even dabbled into a little bit of rugby at one point.
Wow!
But all
Can
that.
you dunk?
Oh, yeah. I started dunking. She's in grade 10, ongoing, and felt like I could fly, man.
Yeah.
From there on, it was just the love for basketball just took over.
What about family life? Brothers, sisters?
Brothers. I have two youngest brothers, step-brothers.
Yeah.
I have half brothers. I have one stepsister, and I have one sister with same mother, same father. My mom was in Ghana. We came to Canada to live with my dad and my stepmom.
Yeah.
So definitely we live around Toronto for a bit. We moved to Brampton.
So let me circle back. That's a lot to dabble there. Ghana, West Africa.
Beautiful place.
You grew up there?
Grew up there, came here when I was 12 years old. It was a beautiful place, freedom of movement, no worries and stuff, but everybody looked at Canada as, it's like I said, it's the next heaven. So everybody in Africa wants to come abroad.
Yes.
And when you come abroad, it looks like everything is going to be taken care of itself financially, and opportunity for great education and have a great stability.
You took advantage of those options here. You went to school and...
when I came here, started grade 7.
Grade 7?
Yeah.
Wow.
Continued my education.
Sorry to interrupt. Let's circle back. I know hardest day of my life, we are going to get into the hard days topics, but transitioning from as a grade 7 coming to a different country.
It is
different social system. How was that?
It was challenging, but at the same time, I picked it up very quick because I'm a person, I'm able to adapt into a different situation. When I came here in Ghana, we had corporal punishment where teachers were allowed to whoop your ass if you misbehave in school, you don't do your homework and stuff. So realizing that in Canada that was not a thing, it was a culture shock, but at the same time it made me realize I could take advantage of the system. But also just realizing that, hey, the respect that you got from back home from your elders because they could whoop your ass, even if that's not your mom or dad, they'll still whoop your ass and discipline you. So it gave me a level of respect from my elders, anybody that was of authority. So that was a foundation of mine.
So you're, that's why, as I said, Ben Key encapsulates a figure of power, a leadership role, almost trusting. Mm-hmm. These are values that possibly develop back home or innate within your family structure.
Oh, yeah.
But awesome that you kept that through, through meeting me. High school. How was high school like?
High school was a great opportunity to go to high school. The same discipline way that I was disciplined back home, it gave me the level of understanding and saying, hey, anything that you work hard at it, you will definitely get the benefits out of it.
What did you want to be? What was your dream?
To be honest, when I came here, I fell in love with sports. And sports is everything that I wanted to take part in.
Yeah, you sound like my son.
Yeah. So just playing basketball. School was not even a priority of mine. I just would go to school to play sports. But obviously, you do have to learn and get your basic understanding of what the reading and writing and picking up a few knowledge here and there.
Yeah, man.
But definitely, sports was one thing that I fell in love with.
So obviously, it's not my first time meeting Ben. I know a lot about his story, so we're gonna dive into. I'm not sure if it's your first job, but it was a job that became a crucial part of your life. I think it was a place called Best Buy. It's a gadget, almost tech. It's a big tech store in the West.
Yeah.
Is it in Africa as well?
No. There's no such thing as Best Buy in Africa.
But let's talk about Best Buy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to get into.
Yeah, if you look for Best Buy in Africa, that's a lot of bootleg Chinese stuff. But that's only. But over here, I had the opportunity to work at a company called Best Buy. It's actually the Best Buy and Feature Shop at the moment, at the time, because they're trying to play a monopoly on people thinking that they're two companies.
Sorry for, and we don't want to give them free advertising.
Yeah.
So we'll just call them the B.
Yeah. So I had the opportunity to work there, and I was able to get a full-time position at a very young age. Around that time, I had my full benefits and everything. So
benefits.
Yeah, it was definitely crucial for me at the age.
Travel insurance.
Travel insurance.
Or is that separate? That's separate.
No, travel insurance is basically part of it too, so medical and everything. So definitely it was very crucial for me at that age. Of 21 to 22, around that time, yeah.
Okay. The excerpts of your story led you back to Ghana at about 22. 22?
Yeah, so my mother passed away when I was 21. So when I turned 22, my dad and my sister and I, we decided that me and my sister and my nephew would go to Ghana.
You and your sister, your nephew,
Yeah, me and my sister and my nephew went to Ghana for the funeral.
Okay.
Yeah, in Africa.
How long is the trip?
It was close to 18 hours, depending on your transits.
So, how was it a rush type of travel, or you kind of planned?
It was planned out.
Because what I want to keep in mind is the insurance benefits and everything that you had in place prior to the travel.
Yeah.
Which deemed to be crucial.
Oh yeah, definitely. If it wasn't for that, trust me, I wouldn't even be here. But it came at a crucial time for me as well. But
so everything was planned out.
Everything was planned out.
Unfortunately, some things happened. Yeah,
we get there. A few things led to the other.
So you landed in what's the capital city?
Accra. Accra is the capital city. More times nowadays, it's considered as a party town. Everybody go there for Dirty December, where...
What's it called?
It's called, they call it Dirty December.
Dirty December.
Guys. Tourists, people go back, and people that want to go back and find their roots and stuff, they go there, enjoy their time. It's a nice place that I actually want to go back. I haven't been back since, but almost 18 years.
So you land, what do you think the temperature is?
Ooh, it felt like it was hot as hell. It is hot. As soon as I got there, it felt like somebody threw a fireball in my face. I couldn't even open my eye, man. It was that hot. But we got off the plane. My dad's, my aunt's husband came and picked us up and brought us to his house, and they forgot our luggage in the transfer. So we definitely.
That is a story I want to get back to also too, the luggage.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep, I gotta be polite with what I say, but Ben landed in Accra, sorry for my pronunciation, his luggage is missing.
Yeah.
They gotta come back the next day to pick it up.
Yeah, so we were supposed to come back the next day to pick up the luggage. On our way to the airport, my uncle told me that his car wasn't working, so we had to take a taxi. So we hopped on a taxi. We were on our way to the airport.
This is like an Uber?
I would have thought if it was Uber, that would have been great. But nah, this was just a regular beat up car that somebody's driving.
So you guys this is the next day after.
Yeah, the next day after.
You're now trying to flag a taxi down.
Yeah, we
to go back to the airport to try to get the luggage.
Yeah, we had one of his workers flag the taxi came pick us up. My uncle's in the car. I'm sitting at the phone, 6'5". My nephew sit on my lap, which is unusual. They wouldn't let you do that in Canada. And my sister was sitting behind the driver, and my uncle was sitting behind me, and my other uncle behind in the middle seat. So the car was definitely full. Yeah, going there to the airport.
Car's full going to the airport. All right. So this is the part of the bit of a call to action right now. For my fans, make sure to like us on all our social channels. Make sure to subscribe. We're about to get into a portion what I call the hardest day segment. If anybody wants to turn off the station right now, but we're going to get into some deep topics, if you don't mind, Ben. So what were the conditions of the road?
It was busy. It was busy road. A lot of people enjoyed themselves. We're trying to hear back and forth. Heavy traffic, people cutting off each other here and there. So it's like people driving with no rules.
How big are the roads? Like how wide?
It's not even wide. It's just one way.
One way?
Yeah, not one way. A single lane. A single lane road. And
like these are rural areas that we're talking about.
No, actually, it's like a major city, man.
It's a major city.
It's a major city, but it was super crowded. Super crowded. People cutting off each other and stuff. The next thing I remember, we're heading on to a bridge, and this was a life-changing course. It's like that bridge was a destination where it changed my whole life. At the end of the day.
So, for my injury, I remember literally the second prior to the fall and then the transition into this life. Same for you, like how many minutes up until, so I guess there was an accident that was caused.
So usually with the spinal cord injury, any traumatic injury, it takes, you kind of miss leading up to it, literally maybe the first minute to 2 minutes leading up to it, and you just wake up knowing where the hell I'm at. So basically for me, what happened is that we went on the bridge, that's what I remember, blanked out, wake up in France in the hospital, paralyzed. A week later.
How did you know it was France?
So when I woke up, I was okay, I knew I was in Africa. At the time, I knew I was in Africa.
Yeah.
When we got to Africa, when we were going over the bridge.
Yeah.
I wake up in France, I'm lying down, with brace on my neck, tube on my nose, and
You got tubes in your mouth.
tube in my mouth,
Yeah.
trying to breathe in.
Can't move your hands.
Can't move my hand, can't
You
move.
got
I
a
didn't.
feeling on your
Yeah.
body that you've never felt before.
My body felt heavy as hell.
Heavy.
I'm like trying to lift my legs and nothing has happened. Trying to lift up my right leg. I can feel the inner bone, like as if I'm lifting, but nothing is like picking up a house.
Okay.
Then I'm looking, I'm like, okay, this is not normal.
Okay.
I look around, I see a whole bunch of white doctors, nurses.
Let me ask you a question. So are you in that room just by yourself as a patient, or are there other
I'm
patients around you?
I'm in a room with other beds with other patients
Other
around.
patients, okay.
So it looked like we just finished a surgery.
Yeah.
And they placed me in a
Recovery.
in an ICU room and stuff.
Okay.
So I'm looking around trying to figure out what's going on. Then I see a whole bunch of white nurses and doctors. I'm like, okay, I'm not in Africa. This is not Africa. So I tried to flag one of them, and my vocals was not coming out because I couldn't talk.
Yeah.
I'm trying to talk, but then no voice is coming out. Hold on. I can't lift up my hands. My voice is not coming out. Then I'm like whispering to get attention from someone to tell me what the heck is going on. Why am I here? Why can't I move and stuff? And one nurse came and she spoke a little bit English. And she's like, hey, your doctor's gonna come. When they come, I'll get them to explain everything to you. I can't tell you everything, but I kind of got the signs that she was trying to point out to me. So just waited for a little bit until the doctor from Iceland came to try to tell me exactly, because they spoke English. The other doctors
What's the first thing the doctor said?
Yeah.
What is the first thing he said?
They said, hey, you've been through a lot, but right now we just finished doing the surgery, a spinal cord injury surgery, and yeah, you're in recovery right now. The first thing that I asked him was, where's my sister, my nephew, and my uncle?
Yeah.
And they're like, you are in France? You're not in Ghana anymore?
Yeah.
They flew you here maybe less than a day ago because you had to wait in Ghana for about a week until they got air ambulance to bring me to Marseilles, France. And that's when I knew where I was. I kind of figured out I was in a place where they spoke French because my ex-girlfriend spoke French as well.
Yeah.
And you could understand a little bit or pick up a little bit. But that's when I realized I was in France, and that's when I knew that, hey.
When was the news given to you that you were not gonna walk again?
It wasn't that I wasn't gonna walk again. They didn't want to.
They didn't say that?
Yeah, they didn't want to predetermine exactly what the situation is, but they said that, hey, you had a severe injury. We did a spinal cord injury.
So in my the episode we're gonna air in a couple of weeks, and the fans say, you see me sitting here, you're wondering, hey, what happened to this guy? And in my story, you're gonna hear about how the information was divulged to me about how I was gonna walk again, and you really see the cold heart in this world and how strong we've got to be, right? And this is the respect I have for you. So anyways, there's more to this story. I'm sure the fans want to know. They're gonna have to subscribe to the Patreon to get the details of the family events and the after. But is there anything that you're working on right now? Like what?
There are certain.
What's your day? What's your day to day? Like, so after this injury, right? So after like working at Best Buy and being a self-proficient, male.
Yeah, it took a while to kind of readjust myself.
Yeah, let's talk about the readjusting period.
Yeah, it took a while for me to readjust myself. I was in a role where I did not understand what was going on.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I had to figure out what my journey would look like. So, it came by me slowly taking small little baby steps to really find myself and to really understand my situation, accept it for what it is, to continue to make some improvement going forward.
Can I ask you one question about acceptance? Throughout this transition year, so we got to remember, inside the hospital, inside the ICU, there's no mirrors. So this whole time, Badme's talking, he's confused, he's asking doctors hey, what's going on? I can't move. Where's my family? How are they? And you're hearing information, but you're not able to see, reflect back how you're able to, how I'm quadriplegic, I can't move. How am I looking? Like what does my life look like? So let's talk about your first shower experience and recovery, your first time in the bathroom and seeing yourself in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
It's actually like, maybe don't get too graphic, but maybe seeing yourself.
It was a shock.
Sitting there, it's shock, yeah.
It was a shock.
Having to use a washroom for the first time.
It was a shock that me personally, I couldn't do certain things on my own.
Yeah.
For the nurses to apply different techniques for me to even have movement and even for me to pee and etc. It was a difficult thing for that to happen, knowing that as an independent person, you do this freely. You don't even think about it. It just happens. And now that nurses and doctors have to apply different techniques for you to be able to go through this process. But I think definitely we should dive into more of this in the later episode, because there's more to spinal cord injury and the life after, and how to continue to be productive going forward. There's a whole bunch of different steps that we often don't think about. We just go in there thinking that, hey, this will take care of yourself, but this is a definitely different journey that you basically retraining yourself.
But happiness
as a baby.
But happiness is possible.
Happiness is possible when you find it. When you find it, and you take that time to find it within yourself.
Okay.
Initially, you'll be mad at yourself, and you're mad about the situation, but know that that energy is not going to take you anywhere.
Yeah.
You have to travel.
Family, friends have still been supportive of
Family, friends has been supportive. Friends, I would say, is a drawback.
Okay.
Initially, everybody will be there for you, but as little by little, you see them disappear. But at the same time, it comes down to you and your family and yourself. Don't hold on to that. You will lose a lot of friends, but you will create a whole bunch of new ones that are going to be there for you. And you find yourself within a different community going forward.
That's awesome. I would love, if anybody has any questions, are they okay to reach out to you?
Oh, definitely. Definitely, yeah.
You want to maybe leave your social channel?
Yeah, Mr. B.King on Instagram. Or if you look at any hashtag, not your average quad, you will find me there.
Can we talk about your website?
Ooh, yeah. My website, I have two different websites. One of them is to
what the objective is of the website?
Now the peer mentorship website is benjaminkend.ca for people to reach out to me that have been going through the first initial stage, that need help coping and understanding what they're going through, and the tricks and things that I've done for myself for the past 18 years has worked for me, so that people don't have to go through exactly the same hardship at the beginning that I went through. So it's an opportunity for them to reach out to me, providing resources, providing different opportunities like finance, buying supplies for your medical services and stuff. And yeah, that's a great opportunity. I do that as more of a volunteer base. But the other one is client care, which is a great opportunity for clients with disability to find caregivers within their community, or even find volunteers. And even if you want to travel outside Canada, I can find you a personal support worker to go with you, or find you a personal support worker within your destination, all through the app that we're about to launch soon. So that's something to look forward to.
So hard days we get by, right? Happiness is possible, and thank you so much for joining us. And I know the fans will definitely love you. Check us out. See you guys next week. And
there's more episodes to come. This is just an introduction between me and you.
Awesome. All right, see you guys next week.
All right.
That was a powerful conversation. conversation. Again, anyone who's going through a bit of a mental struggle right now, we have links in our description below. Again, our merch is super important right now with the message on the back. Today was not so hard, my friend. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to comment and share, and stick with us throughout this journey. And we'll see you on the next episode. Hardest day of my life.